So every kid gets lost. They wander off from their parents, but I will never wander off from my parents after this. So me and my family were taking a trip to Disney World, and I was 8 years old, and I'd never been, so I was super excited. And I can remember my dad on the way down there, he was telling us this story about one of his friends' kids got lost at Disney World, and he was like, how stupid do you have to be to like lose your kid at Disney World? So we get to our room, and we're staying like on the Disney grounds in a condo. So we get there, and my mom's unpacking our suitcase, and we get these wristbands that unlock the door. So like you go up and you tap the door, and it unlocks the door. Okay. So I was like obsessed with this. Like I thought that it was like the coolest thing ever. So my dad and sister walked around the corner, and they went to the car to get the groceries. And my mom was in the condo, so like I thought I was fine to be out there just unlocking the door. So I was staying out there for like 10 minutes, unlocking the door and then opening it and unlocking it again. And I started to wonder where my dad was, so I walked around the corner to like look for my dad and sister, and I didn't see him. I didn't think anything of it, so I walked back to my door, and I tried to unlock it, and it did not unlock. And I kept like pressing my wristband up on the door, and it was not my door, and I broke the lock off of somebody else's door. And so I was just sitting there, and there was a lock like on the ground, and I started crying, and I was like freaking out. And so I started to walk back around the corner to like look for my dad, and these group of people like surrounded me. Like they were not American, and they were talking this like language to me, and I was like screaming, crying, like I was freaking out. And my dad finally walked around the corner, and he like saw me, and he looked completely embarrassed and like got me and walked back to my room. And my dad was like talking to my mom. He was like, did you know where Riley was? And she was like, she was just unlocking the door. And he was like, no, she was like out here with some random people. And he was not happy with me. So never will wander off from my parents after that.
I hope your dad